For almost 11 years, this city was one of the main hubs for parkour in Scotland. With events, jams and regular classes, one organisation built the community and coached over 10,000 people. But in early 2020, everything just stopped. All the activities that were once so constant disappeared, and the history and importance of this city faded into nothing. Well, I'm here today to reveal the story of Inverness, the lost parkour city. Our story starts in 2007 with one man, Peave Ford. As a kid, Peave was always climbing around, jumping on things, and naturally falling off of them. Never a team player, he wasn't really interested in team sports such as football, hockey, basketball, rugby, those sort of things. But as he grew older, he's decided he needed to be a bit more of a team player and aimed to join the army. But in the meantime, he needed a sport to keep him fit and healthy without the necessity of joining a team. And so parkour came along. And after watching some random videos, he and his friends were instantly hooked. Yeah. Ooh. Yes, nice.
That's nice. I had that.
Did you get that?
Uh-huh.
Roll on 2009, where there was a fairly small community training regularly and there were jams happening every month and every week. However, having discarded his idea of serving his country, Peave decided it was time to set up classes to teach potential freerunners in a safe, controlled environment and also to create an army of Inverness coaches. But in order to do this, he needed a name or a group or an organisation. And after a little thought, Freevolution was born. The name which would become the second longest parkour and freerunning organisation in Scotland. Free classes, special events, council-built park, community-built park and a strong community spirit. All of this was to come. But before that, Peave and his fellow coaches needed three things: qualifications, experience and connections.
It was the fact you came out like, thank you, Luke. Yes, that was my foot, but that was fine.
I didn't chuck at all though.
That was better.
Yep.
Yeah, I tried to use as little as possible.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's it. So we're using about 10%, maybe 15%.
Using money received from grants and funders, Peave and a couple of other coaches were able to travel down to the Central Belt to shadow coaches like Chris Grant. This allowed them to gain experience and pick up some top tips on how to improve their coaching. Along with the Central Belt community, Peave expanded his connections to Forres, Aberdeen and Shetland. This proved useful in a number of ways, especially when it came to the Highland Gathering.
Here we go.
Highland Gathering to most was just a 2-day event filmed with challenges and workshops. However, to Freevolution, it was the ultimate ploy to get their coaching hours signed off. Using the funded money, they were able to invite up other representatives from Scottish organisations to assist with the event. The Highland Gathering was a success, not just because the coaches got their hours signed off, but because the bonds between the Scottish communities were tightened even further. Many of the top parkour coaches in Scotland actually have ties to Inverness, coaches such as Danny Lumsden and Adam Romain.
It's not too bad.
You reached it. Go on. Don't wait too long. You're close. You're getting closer. Towards the latter end of the community's existence, the Freevolution classes started charging £5 per person at every class, instead of them being free as they had been for so many years. Now, this obviously wasn't to make money, because Freevolution's aims was inclusivity, fun and accessibility for all. This was to pick out the time wasters, the ones that just showed up to muck around. This was pretty much essential, as every class had well over 30 pupils and there was only 4 coaches in total. But holding on to his aims and his motives, Peave stated to the class that if anyone was having financial difficulties and couldn't afford the £5, to come and see him and he would sort something out. And this is one of my favourite things about the Freevolution classes and Peave himself, is that he went the extra mile for his students. Not only was the money put towards a participant's fee, it also went towards some clothes and appropriate shoes for those who couldn't afford the correct attire for the classes. They were always willing to go the extra mile, and I think this is why the community spirit was so strong and there was a connection between everyone in the Inverness community. But with this being the case, why did it die? COVID on the rise and the situation unpredictable, on the 18th of March 2020, just 4 months before their 11th anniversary, Peave stated that the classes, jams, events would be stopping for the time being. During this time, many of the members of the Inverness community either moved away or just fell out of love with parkour altogether. Peave's daughter was growing, and the necessities of family pulled at his heartstrings a little more than the need of Freevolution. With no one leading the re-establishment of parkour in Inverness, the spots stopped being used, the community park was uprooted and replaced with council houses, and the parkour community pretty much faded to nothing. Well, not really. To quote Peave himself, "Many of the community are still friends. We still talk and meet up every now and then, but whenever people ask me about if there's still a community or whether there's going to be classes, I just tell them it's on hold. It's on hold for now, but it will return." Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning about the rise and fall of parkour in Inverness. A massive thank you to Peave Ford for helping me get all the information I needed to make this video possible. Don't forget to like the video and share it with anyone who you think may be interested, and of course subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you know when I post more videos like this. See you around.